Okay, so far what we have done is we are able now to see the hello React, and now we will move to the next part where we will try to make our application into components. Okay, so if you open your application and now we go to client src, we are directly creating the element ourselves. Okay, here, but we don't want to do this. We want to actually use real components and divide our application into smaller pieces. Okay, so a component is a single piece. Okay, so we want to divide our application into smaller components. So what is a component? A component is an independent, isolated, okay, piece of your application. So what does that mean? It means, like, for example, the navigation bar could be injected anywhere without needing any help from someone, from other components. So a component, that's why it's very powerful. I could inject it at the bottom of the page, in the middle of the page. I can programmatically inject it, I can programmatically remove it, and so on and so forth. So it gives you this dynamic, powerful tool to manipulate your web pages. Okay, so making your applications component is like creating this Lego pieces that you can plug together to create a bigger piece. Okay, so let's do that. The first component we will create is the entry component, or the root component, which is usually called the app. It doesn't have to be app, but we usually name it app. Okay, so in the app component, what you do is you first import React from React. Okay, next you will say function app, and then you open and close bracket. Now always you export default and then you export app, just the name. Don't do this, don't export like that, just the name of the function. Now if you return h1, you can say open this h1 and close it. Now you can say hello, welcome to React from component. Okay, component. Welcome to React from component. And now what you do is you go to your index.js, the entry point, you import app from. Now because it's a file inside your project and you're not importing from modules, you don't type it like that, you type it /app.js. okay, any file that you have in your computer, inside your project, you should do it like this. The ones that are coming with node modules, you just type it directly like that. So you know this, we have been doing all the time in the previous labs. Next, now we no longer need this statement. I want to use the app component. So now there is a very weird syntax that you see here, which is called JSX. So JSX is an extension of JavaScript. It's something that looks like HTML, and it acts as a JavaScript. So it's an HTML that acts as a JavaScript because it can render JavaScript stuff, which is ECMAScript 6, all of it will render them. So it's not HTML, it's kind of an XML. So that has the power of basically ES6. Okay, so you can map, you can loop, you can do anything you can do with JavaScript, you can do using this JSX. Okay, and you can go and read about it. I'm sure Dr. Abdulkarim had explained. So to not make the tutorial long, I'll just go forward. All right, so this now becomes a tag. So all of our components, when we inject them, they become tags like this. Okay, and now if you come here and let's save our application, as soon as you save, if your application was running, it will show you HTTP localhost 1234 or whatever port number. You click on it and now you see welcome, hello, welcome to React from component. So this is our first component. Now let's make it a little bit interesting and pass some data to our component.